my spiritual master and Srila Prabhupada. So we can have blessings of the Acharyas as well, so we can chant and hear. So Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shimajitamal Krishna Goswami Nitinamine. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinamine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarine. So Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu. Thank you very much for still being here. You know, once I was giving similar discourse, and I closed my eyes, I chanted, and I opened my eyes, was nobody there. Like, the other time was the other way around, but you're still here. It's very nice. Thank you so much. Like this. So Maha Mantra is a very special mantra. I probably all know this. But in every age there is a process of self-realization. In one age it was it's meditation, which goes for many, many years. And another age, it's big sacrifices, great sacrifices being performed. That was the process of the age. And another age is big temple worship, like we hear about, you know, Jagannath was worshipped very nicely, so many. And in this Kali Yuga, because of the Yuga, you know, the people are short-lived, always in distress, so many problems. So Krishna was kind enough to come in the form of Maha Mantra, which is very easy to actually perform from one side. We can just chant this Hare Krishna mantra. But in every age, it's difficult to perform the self-realized process for some reason, because we are conditioned souls. We're conditioned, conditioned to trying to enjoy the material world. Yeah, which is, very difficult and not all the time joyfully performed, like this. So we try. Okay, so again, we can now chant another mantra if you like. You're probably familiar, we chant this bhajan, which Srila Prabhupada introduced, which is called Jaya Radha Madhava. Right? Hear about the Jaya Radha Madhava? Anybody heard about it? So Jaya Radha Madhava is it's actually it's a glorification of Krishna. Of course, the Society for Krishna Consciousness, Jaya Radha Madhava. I will chant this a little bit, but I will like to read the translation, so we know what we chant. So, translation goes like this. It's a song by Bhaktivinoda Thakur, which is one of the gurus in our parampara, and is father of the guru of Srila Prabhupada as well. So, Krishna is the lover of Radha. He displays many amorous pastimes in the groves of Vrindavana. He is the lover of the coward maidens of Raja and the holder of the great hill named Govardhan. He is the beloved son of Mother Yashoda, the delighter of the inhabitants of Raja, and he wanders in the forest along the banks of the river Yamuna. So, practically speaking, Srila Prabhupada or Bhaktivinoda Thakur explained all the spiritual world in a very condensed form. So we chant a few times and we continue. So it's putting us into some kind of mood of reciprocation with Krishna, some meditation mood. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janavalabha Girivaradari Gopi Janavalabha Girivaradari Yasodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yasodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Jaya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Thank you very much. My daughter asked me once, I have 3 kids, so one big daughter, she asked me, what did devotees chant before Srila Prabhupada came? I said, nothing, it was no devotees. See? She was very surprised because she was her whole life around devotees. She said, it was amazing. Okay, so today, after chanting this wonderful bhajan actually, which is explaining the relationships and these beautiful pastimes of Krishna in Vrindavan, we're going to read Bhagavad Gita. And Bhagavad Gita, which we're going to read today, it's already 11th chapter, 38th verse. It's called Universal Form, which is a little different from the form of Krishna in Vrindavan, as we mentioned. And as you know, Bhagavad Gita, so Arjuna and Krishna in the middle of the battlefield of Kurukshetra, and the war is supposed to start, and Arjuna asks questions. What's going on? I don't want to fight. And Krishna started explaining everything. And it's come to the point that he explaining the universal form. And he said to Arjuna, nobody can see this universal form, but I give you the ability to see, so you can describe, to understand the greatness of it. So there is different rasas, different relationship with Krishna, and one of them is called Shantaras, which is awe and reverence. So the universal form actually is so big, so you cannot be even Arjuna overwhelmed very much by this greatness, by this strength, and I think that Arjuna was thinking it's very scary also, it's like so big and intense. So, in this point, Arjuna seen his form and he's like overwhelmed with awe and reverence, and he starts speaking. You are the original personality of Godhead, the oldest, the unlimited sanctuary of all manifested cosmic world. You are the knower of everything. You are the all what is knowledgeable. You are the supreme refuge above the material modes. All limitless form, this world cosmic manifestation is pervaded by you. So Arjuna is really overwhelmed. Now Srila Prabhupada comment on this verse. Everything is resting on Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, His unlimited ultimate rest. Nidanam means that everything, even the Brahman effulgence, rests on the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna. He is the knower of everything that has happened in the world, and if knowledge has any end, He is the end of all knowledge. Therefore, He is the knower. Therefore, He is the known and the knowledgeable, and the knowable. In Sanskrit, it's even vastu avasta is called. So it's a knowledge of the knowledge. It's the original of everything. So the known and the knowable. He is the object of knowledge because he is all-pervading. Because he is the cause of the spiritual world, he is transcendental. He is also the chief personality in a transcendental world. So it's really great, and it's like unbelievable explanation. It's just really difficult to understand, from my point of view. Maybe somebody can, but it's like everything is Krishna, and everything comes from Krishna. So so how to live with it is also not very easy to understand. It's just, you can be scared all day, from the morning you wake up, thank you Krishna for the light and the sun and the moon and everything. It's very scary. But in the same time of his greatness, as we're going to see later, Krishna is also a person, and we all have like personal relationship to it, and this is not scary. This is not a God-fearing religion, as sometimes, like I come from, I actually come from atheistic. There's no tradition in my family, but they're Jews. So the Jewish tradition is like they're fearing God. So it's not really like very personal. They're not really fearing. They think the God is just providing to them. This is different conceptions, but yeah. Like this. So Krishna is different. Krishna is a very loving personality which you can actually have a relationship with. This is what we are. We are the parts and parcels of Krishna which have personal connection and relationship. And each one have a special flavor. This is why we're all different. This is why so many of us. Only Krishna can accommodate this kind of relationship. He's a Rasaraj. He's a personification of rasa. So whatever we look in this world, like we're looking for love, for relationship, is actually here only because Krishna exists. So this is what we are actually looking for. Is, as Srila Prabhupada explained, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and he is the sentence which I had trouble to read. He is the known and the knowledgeable. So it's everything like comes from him. Like this. If any have any questions on the way, please don't hesitate to ask. It will be more interesting. So, but I'm going to move to the next verse because they're more or less similar. Like Arjuna is overwhelmed and is praying, is describing the glories. So the next verse is 39. You are the air, and you are the supreme controller. You are fire, you are water, you are the moon, you are the Brahma, the first living creature, and you are the great grandfather. I therefore offer my respectful obeisances unto you 1,000 times, again and yet again. Srila Prabhupada comments. The Lord is addressed here as air because the air is the most important representation of all the demigods, being all-pervasive. Arjuna also addressed Krishna as the great-grandfather because he is the father of Brahma, the first living creature in the universe. You see, so the controller, the supreme controller, everything comes from Krishna. And the Brahma, this is how it goes. So Krishna, the Brahma was born in the lotus flower, which comes from Lord Vishnu, and is the first one who appeared. So he's the father of the Brahma. We are very lucky in this universe because our Brahma is a Chaturmukha Brahma. I also told it, I think, last time. He's a devotee. Not everywhere is like this. Our Sampradaya, our disciplic successions come from Brahma. Brahma, Madhva, Gaudiya, Vaishnava Sampradaya. So we're very much connected. He comes also as a Namacharya. Haridas Thakur has appeared like Lord Brahma. Is actually, this is what devotees do. He's trying to always spread the glories. So we are very lucky. We have foreheads, so we kind of can see everything. One more thing. The fire, the water, you're the moon. You're the moon. So everybody trying to get to the moon nowadays also go around the moon and stuff like this, which is like all different kind of movies. You get to the moon, moon fails, everything's about the moon. But that's the point. If people understand that Krishna is represented as a moon in this world, so everything becomes sublime. So it's kind of connected. That the moon, Krishna is the moon. Moon is have very special powers. So the plants and the fruits and the herbs have taste and power because of the moon. Moon, like Krishna is described as a moon because it's cooling our fire of material existence. The rays of the moon is cooling. If like full moon is much colder than normal day. You can see that. So this power, every power comes from Krishna, actually, not just from, I don't know, from electricity. It's, Krishna is the supreme controller. Okay, next. Obeisances to you from the front, from behind, from all sides. You are abundant power. You are the master of limitless might. You are all-pervading, and thus you are everything. So Arjuna really this is too much even for him. So this chapter in the universal form is actually very overwhelming. Even every time I read it, it's like, it's a bit too much. It's kind of, you can't really kind of understand it and just handle it, Nobody could, even Arjuna couldn't do this. And that's why he wants a normal relationship with Krishna. For some devotees, it's actually very nice. This is what we're looking for. The awe and reverence is enough. So that's why we're all different, and we are attracted to different features of Krishna. And Krishna, as we attracted Krishna kind of appeared before us. So if you are attracted to Nandanandana, he's like Nandanandana. If he's like Vishnu, so we attracted, he appeared before the devotee. Like Shri Prahlad, Krishna appears specially for him as Nrsingadev. And what was fascinating me, how like Prahlad, he was meditating on Krishna as Nrsingadev. It's a very special relationship, but Krishna especially for Prahlad appeared in this form. So everybody of us, we are like parts and parcels, so Krishna appeared for us in special form, which is special for us, for him and for us, like it's a relationship. Yeah, and the only way we can be satisfied or anyhow be happy is in the relationship with Krishna in this particular rasa, this particular relationship as we are. So that's why I always say we have our place in the spiritual world. So there is like two ways devotees describe, they've been here all the time, if we're going back to Godhead, or if we back to God, it means we've been there, somebody said we fell from the spiritual world, somebody said we don't, never. But whatever it is, we have a relationship with Krishna. And this is special and unique for each and every one of us. So like by chanting Hare Krishna, we purify our hearts and develop this relationship. And it's actually, we can see in our spiritual teachers, like very soon, Bibi Govinda Maharaj will come. You can, on Saturday, going to be big kirtan here. And it's a very special personality, amazing personality. So we can, by even little association with such devotees, we can see the spiritual potency coming through. It says, please, everybody comes, like it's an amazing experience. Also, it's going to be crowded, but anyway, it's always, we have to go some difficulties to achieve something, so it's never easy. Always also easy, it's a devotees everywhere. But yeah, lava matra sadhusanga. So it means even 1/11 of the second. 1/11 of the second, and when you blink your eyes, this is the lava matra is called. It's just one moment, you can say. Association with a pure devotee can deliver you from everything, from the cycle of birth and death. Just Lava Matra, Sadhu Sangha, Lava Matra, Sarvasya. Yeah, so we always should at least try to associate with devotees. Not try, this is the only actually real reason we are here, coming to the temple, we come to see the deities, but going to holy dham, this is a holy dham, but the most important thing is association of devotees. We can see the deities, sometimes I look and not just here, but especially in India, people perform some strange rituals and nobody understands, they also don't understand what it means, but the sentiment is very nice and come to the deities, but if we listen from the acharyas, from the scriptures, we can actually understand more and more and deepen our relationship and understand even the rituals. Because every ritual is specially designed to bring us closer to Krishna. You should understand why we're doing it sometimes. Not like my son is going to Gurukul and Mayapur, so they chant mantras, we do yagas and they chant mantras. And then they're small, we learn mantras. The first step to learn mantras is just to hear and repeat. So first we hear and repeat, we chant Hare Krishna, we repeat. And then they go deeper, like we already can chant like nicely, then we can hear nicely, and then we can understand what it means. And then later we get realizations. It's never ending story. It's always deeper and deeper and deeper, So this Maha Mantra, even it sounds just the words, but actually it sounds Krishna in his name is not different. And Hari and Radharani, an energy of God is not different from her. And Rama, somebody says Rama is Ram, somebody Radharaman, so it's Krishna. And it's not different from him, it's absolutely Krishna. Everything is in there. As we can read here, like everything comes from Krishna, everything comes, obeisances unto you. So holy name is Krishna in this Kali Yuga. So by chanting this name, we understand more and more, going deeper. So it's Nama Rupa Guna Lila. So first we chant the name, we just hear Rupa, then the meditation appears. It's not like we force ourselves to meditate and remember, but it's just appeared, because Krishna in his name is not different. Krishna is very tricky this way. Nama Guna Rupa Lila, Nama Rupa Guna Lila. So then the qualities of Krishna also appeared, like his qualities of Bhagavan, and also very personal qualities out there. His 64 qualities of Krishna. Splendid flute is also one of his opulences. So, and then Lila, so his pastimes appear as well. So everything is in Maha Mantra. We just have to, try to see that. And it's very beautiful, and it's always sweet and expanding. This nectar is always expanding. So Krishna is not static, he's ecstatic, it's always expanding. The love is in Vrindavan, and love in the spiritual world is always getting bigger, and Ananda, or enjoyment, is getting bigger. It's never static, it's like Krishna looks at his devotees and with love, and they say, wow, Krishna looking at love, and they look at him with more love, and Krishna looking back with more love. It's like a constant competition who do and who love each other more. So it's like this. It's never ending story. And then after this, out of love and ecstasy for Krishna, his friend Arjuna is offering him respects from all sides. He is accepting that he is the master of the potencies and all powers, far superior to all the great warriors assembly on the battlefield. It is said in Vishnu Purana, Yoyayam tavagato deva samipam devata gana satvam eva jagat shrashta yata sarva gato bhavan. Whoever comes before you, even if he be a demigod, is created by you, O Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, speaking like this, Arjuna comes to the point. There's a point where he probably had enough, like all this opulence, and he starts speaking, thinking of you as my friend. Krishna, Arjuna have a friendly relationship with the Sangha. Is a friend. So as friends, they kind of treat each other equally, right? That's the beauty of friendship, not really. You can joke with each other, and it's friendship. It's not like that's. So Krishna and Arjuna are friends, thinking eternal friends. They come in different forms. They come as Narayan Rishi. They come so many ways. Thinking of you as my friend, I have rashly addressed you, O Krishna, O Yadava, O my friend. Not knowing your glories, please forgive me, whatever I may have done in madness or in love. I have dishonored you many times, jesting as we relax laying on the same bed, or sat or ate together, sometimes alone and sometimes in front of many friends. O infallible one, please excuse me for all those offenses. So this form is not Arjuna's relationship. It's not his rasa. So he's like, what did I do, friends with Krishna, friends doesn't behave this like. Although Krishna is manifested before Arjuna in his universal form, Arjuna remembers his friendly relationship with Krishna and is therefore asking pardon and requesting Krishna to excuse him for the many informal gestures which arise out of friendship. He is admitting that formerly he did not know that Krishna could assume such a universal form, although Krishna explained it as his intimate friend. Although Krishna explained it as his intimate friend. Arjuna did not know how many times he may have dishonored Krishna by addressing him, O friend, O Krishna, O Yadava, etc., without acknowledging his opulences. But Krishna is so kind and merciful that in spite of such opulence, he played with Arjuna as a friend. Such is a transcendental loving reciprocation between the devotee and the Lord. The relationship between the living entity and Krishna is fixed eternally. It cannot be forgotten. As we can see that the behavior of Arjuna, although Arjuna has seen the opulence of universal form, he cannot forget his friendly relationship with Krishna. So yeah, it's not easy to relate to universal form. It's too big, I think, it's huge. It's like, it's explained as the trees is like a hairs on the body, and the spine is Himalayas. It's too big to relate to. It's too impossible for us to relate to. It's like you can take Mahavishnu, for example. Only Mahalakshmi can actually relate to him because he's too big. It's It's very easy. Only all in reverence and devotees and Shantaras can relate to it. But don't think the Shantaras is really not relishable. So Shantaras, even we have devotees who Mahabhav, Madhavendra Puri is in Shantaras. He's a tree in renown. So it's like his relationship is like this, but relishing the pastimes of the Lord as well. So, but there is no, this is just different interactions. So, it's happy about it. It's one of the, so everyone have a special relationship and everyone is happy in his special relationship with Krishna. So we don't have to, and as Srila Prabhupada saying here, it's totally natural, it's just totally fixed eternally. So it's the devotee is totally, completely happy with this relationship with Krishna, whatever may it be. And we don't have to invent it. We just have to follow our acharyas, chant Hare Krishna, listen to Srimad Bhagavatam, worship the deities as a Pancharatra. He explains how to do this, in this way we can develop attachments and Krishna will be revealed. So nothing imaginary, it's very real. Yeah. Yeah, also can be in different places at the same time. It's just a very, very, very Krishna consciousness, Vedic consciousness is very special in this relationship. In the Gaura Lila, you have different devotees who from different attachments in Hare Krishna. And Krishna Lila also, they're everywhere. Like Arjuna is in many places. He appeared as Arjuna, as a friend of Krishna. He have place in Vrindavan as Arjuna Gopi. He have his tree in the Radhakund, they become trees, Pandavas. So Arjuna is, he comes with Krishna as Narayan Rishi. So, yeah, Krishna comes, I don't know if you hear about this incarnation, it's Narayan Rishi. Krishna comes in two forms as Krishna and Arjuna. It's one person in two bodies. It's very interesting because one demon was harassing everybody and he got the blessings. We could be killed only by somebody who fight and meditate at the same time. So it's an impossible task which Krishna, of course, can accomplish. So he come and Narayan meditate and Nara kill him. So it's like this. They have, and they have. I don't know if you know the story. They have always 100 kavachas. So Nara was destroying the kavachas, and another one comes and destroying, and then one is left, and he kill him without destroying the kavacha. So next life he appeared as Karna. This is why I have always like shields on the and earrings and everything, kavachas, And then he was it's everything is interrelated. This is how it's nothing is separated from Krishna. Everything is very, very dynamic and have a history. And it's another beautiful side. Did I read it? Ooh. So we begin to, you're the father of the cosmic manifestation of the moving and the non-moving. You are its worshipable chief, the supreme spiritual master. No one is greater than you, nor can anyone be one with you. How then could there be anyone greater than you within three worlds, O Lord of immeasurable power? Here's, we can see also Srila Prabhupada, he comes for the particular reason. If you read this, it's pranam mantra, so it's Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Janamina. So we offer respectful obeisances to the Srila Prabhupada. And then you have another part of the mantra, it's like Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarine. So he come to destroy this concept of Nirvishesha and Shunyavadi, of impersonalism and Buddhism. So this is actually, we can see, this is his mission. He comes as servant of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, is a spiritual master, and this is his mission. Because this world is full of impersonalism and Buddhism. So impersonalism, they think that everything is one, the light, the origin of everything, which is like even practically impossible. We cannot see which from light comes something. Light come from something. So the Brahma and the impersonal Brahma is the Fujiza of Krishna's body, actually. So, and many philosophical points can be discussed about it, but that's the point. And Buddhism, it's explaining that everything is nothing, that everything is illusion, and everything comes from nothing and goes from nothing, which also create a lot of philosophical problems, which from nothing cannot come something. And we can see that materialistic society is actually taking this Buddhist idea very, very strongly. Like we have this Big Bang theory, which comes from nothing. So it's like for no reason. It's we never think about it, but if we actually do, we can see the like absurdness of it. So like I guess it's like nothing was existing for ever, and for no reason everything explode and everything come out of this nothingness. It's even logically impossible, I think, you know. But with a lot of advertisements, you know, we can actually relate to it a little bit, right? We can be trained from the childhood that this is how it is, and it's just like very difficult to give up. And yeah, the media is the message, which is what why Srila Prabhupada, for example, and Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur started printing books, because this is how everybody can know about Krishna. So media is the message. It's very, very powerful. The Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he was printing newspapers. I don't know if it wasn't. I don't know if it was every day, but he said we can. It is about spiritual world and it's about Krishna. And somebody asked, "Why? Well, what is there to describe?" And he explained we can print newspaper every second because there is so many things that's going on. The material world is a little drop of what is going on in the spiritual. Krishna explained in Bhagavad Gita that to power everything in this huge material creation is just, he said it's not just a drop, it's splinter of this, some kind of really, really, really minute particle, you know, just to run everything here is so easy for him. So we can imagine, you know, from this comparison, how big and powerful the spiritual world is, you know. If here we cannot really figure it out how to live ourselves, there is like everything runs much smoothly. And most of the people are there, not in here, for some reason. Well, okay. So the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, is worshipable as the Father is worshipable for his Son. He is the spiritual master because he is originally give the Vedic instructions to Brahma, and presently he is also instructing Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. Therefore, he is the original spiritual master, and any bona fide spiritual master at the present moment must be descendant in the line of disciplic succession streaming from Krishna. Without being a representative of Krishna, one cannot become a teacher or spiritual master of transcendental subject matter. So, if he explaining it because there is a potency, it's called chit potency. It's potency of knowledge, because if this doesn't exist, it will not last. You know, like every religion, for example, we see religions goes for many, many years, like this three Aramaic traditions that comes for already 5,000 years, right? Like Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. It's rightly speaking, that comes from one source. You know, we have the same rules, we have same goals, just people a little different. So it's very strange that nobody can objectively look at it, you know, when you kind of really into it, you know. So this is how illusion works. That they just have same goals and the same rules. It's amazing, and everybody fight about it. But the point is have a spiritual power, so have some drop of this chit potency. Yeah. So chit potency, that's why it's working. We have also, if you from point of view of Vedic culture, you can see the love of Godhead is there. Because religion means to reunite, to relink yourself with God. It's the meaning of word religion. It's a Latin word, I think. You know. So the yoga means the same thing. Yoga means to link with the Supreme. So, and religion also, you link with the Supreme by different prayers and studies and rituals, you know, you link with him, but you know, which kind of aspect of the Supreme, it's have to be determined, you know, like this. And because we have conditioning, we call it conditioned souls, and we attach to some particular ways of life and concepts. So we offered by Krishna, because he's very merciful, different types of ways to come to closer to him. So even if we see religions, like nowadays it become more and more materialistic, but still they have a purity inside. Yeah, so everything like this. Srila Prabhupada also explained about Jesus Christ and everything, that he is a devotee and he tried to preach and purify the people in the area and stuff. Yeah, but as much as they can handle, as much as we can handle also, we cannot handle everything. Somebody tried to handle the universal form. It's very hard. Very hard without proper training. Like this. So, Krishna's worshipful as a father. They originally gave Vedic instructions to Brahma. So Brahma was born in a lotus flower. There was nothing there. It's like he's appeared out of nowhere. I have no idea who he is. It was probably very scary for him. So, but being such a perfect personality, such a pure soul, you can say. Because when we come to the material world, the first place we come as Lord Brahma. Can you imagine? Because, like your spirit soul, you are originally there. You're not really contaminated, so you come and you're entrusted with a post to the Lord Brahma. You can, like most powerful being in the universe. So he comes and doesn't know what to do. So he starts meditating. And he hears two words, tapa. So tapa, austerity. You have to perform some austerity. So he starts meditating and hears Gayatri. So this is how Krishna comes to as a knowledge to Brahma, and then he starts creating everything. Yeah. No. Yeah, he's Brahma. Yeah, he's Brahma, but it's a different story, I guess. Yeah, this is a devotee. His name is Samasundardas. I know him pretty well. He's an artist, so he painted his pictures like many, many years ago. He have a special style. The artists generally very special personalities. They have like eccentric vision of the world, So, and there's also this ability to do this comes from Krishna. Krishna is also explaining that. Everything, any ability, even knowledge or forgetfulness come from Krishna. Otherwise, it cannot exist. So, if we see something there, the world and the ability to see the world comes from Krishna. Everything comes from him. Everything emanates from him. So, this way we actually can meet him in every moment, and that's what is supposed to do. Like Shravanam Kirtanam, we have to listen, we have to chant, and we have to remember Krishna. This is two things which, if we do, our life becomes sublime. Always remember and never forget. So everything is created, so we can like see him everywhere. We have to train ourselves to do this. As we forget about Krishna, and we have to retrain ourselves back. In this way, our life can be spiritualized and sublime. Otherwise, it's very, very hard. I live in the middle of Toronto. It's not a very easy place to live. It's very. I was walking around chanting, and for some reason, it's a disturbing situation. There's so many sounds, so many strange people. They have different characters walking around here, which gives understanding that it's a very important city. Once I was told, if you have some like these characters with homeless people, means this city is very important. Like big and important. So you have these characters, and it's very difficult to chant. It's like you go chant, it's very Krishna, And then Krishna is in our heart, and he is listening, and he gives us realization many times. So it was very, very beautiful, actually, understanding that I said Maha Mantra is nothing here to look for. And this make my chanting even better. And I was like so happy walking around chanting Hare Krishna. So sometimes we have this kind of nice understanding. That's how Krishna bringing us back. He's we do service, we do one step, he comes back 10 steps towards us. Arranging meetings, give us realization, give us taste for the holy names, for, prasadam, like everybody like prasadam. I joined, maybe when I joined, we have one Mataji, she was cooking so amazingly, and like I probably stayed because of these cakes, she made. Yeah, well. So Krishna comes in different forms and he tricks us all the time. I've lived in Israel for many years. So in Israel we have this city of Tel Aviv, maybe you heard about it. So in Tel Aviv it's like GTA, it's a big city which is combined with many different small ones. So they all have names of Rama in it, have Ramat Gan, Ramat Sharon, Ramat Aviv, all these cities with Rama in it. So Krishna is really tricky. Is really tricky. And if you chant one time, name of Krishna or Rama without offense, but if you don't know offense, how can you offend them? So your life is finished, Your spiritual life begins. If you're known, it's called Agyata Sukriti, and it comes to this world very everywhere. You can see it everywhere. If you, just try to see it everywhere. He's very kind. He can't, because it's not. It's explained here. He's a father. It's like a father. So father, when his son goes away, he's always thinking, what is doing here? We have so much wealth, so much this. Why is working around, And he's very happy. He's trying through some agencies, some kind of, to bring him back home. So Krishna is also like this. He's like Supreme Father. I see, he's always trying. Some devotees are not so easy to bring. So also Srila Prabhupada said, like a big fish, you have to give her a leash a little bit. You catch him, Krishna catch you, but then you let it go and catch it back. And no, you cannot escape. Can't escape. You see, so, what is Brahma, Bhagavad Gita? The Lord is being paid obeisances in all respects. He is of immeasurable greatness. No one can be greater than the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, because no one is equal or higher than Krishna with any manifestation, spiritual or material. Everything belongs to him. No one can excel him. This is stated in Svetasvatara Upanishad. Natasya karyam karmanam cha vidyate, natat samas cha vikas cha dishyate. The Supreme Lord Krishna has senses and body like the original man. The Supreme Lord Krishna has senses and a body like an ordinary man. But for him, there is no difference between his senses, his body, his mind, and himself. See, foolish persons who do not perfectly know him say that Krishna is different from his soul, mind, heart, and everything else. Krishna is absolute, therefore his activities and potencies are supreme. It is also stated that although he does not have senses like yours, he can perform all sensory activities. Therefore his senses are neither imperfect nor limited. No one can be greater than him, no one can be equal to him, and everyone is lower than him. It could be also confusing a little bit this description, because if you say like everything is like Krishna, all the senses are the same, everything is the same, it's like one big blob, of everything, it's like not, but no, Krishna is a person and he looks like a person. And why is look like a person? Because in a human being, it could be like different entity, but here in the human form of life, it's as much more interactions you can. It's his most interactive place. It's intrigues, it's love. It's like if you see this, what's going on in Vrindavan, you have so many pastimes goes in this human realm, like if you go to heavenly planets, everything is really fine. There is no problems. Nobody, like Radharani is not there, so nobody can just look at you and walk away. No rasa, not so much rasa. Everything is fine all the time. And in like Hellish is very difficult, but in the middle, it's so much interaction, so many social activities going on. That's what Krishna likes. He likes to associate with his devotees, and this is why his human form is most relationable. I don't know how to say, most attractive. That's So it's not and he can use his hands. He can eat through his hands. He can he kills some demon with his hand. It becomes a sword. It's like I chop his hand off also. So there's no problem. Material, spiritual for him is the same, and he can actually use it as he pleases. Yeah. That's probably why he have this yoga maya energy, so he can forget with his God, because it's not much fun if you always think of always God, like it's no point. There's no friendship. I'm God, who are you? So it's very nice. It's not static, it's ecstatic. The knowledge, strengths, activities of the Supreme Personality are all transcendental. As stated in Bhagavad Gita 4.9, Janma karma chame divyam evam yo vetitattvataha tyaktva devam punar janma naiti mam eti sarjuna. Whoever knows Krishna's transcendental body, activities and perfection after quitting his body returns to him and does not come back again to this miserable world. Therefore, one should know that Krishna's activities are different from others. The best policy is to follow the principles of Krishna that will make one perfect. It is also stated that there is no one who is master of Krishna, although he have Sandipani Muni, who is his guru. So everyone is his servant. The Chaitanya Charitamrita Adilila 5.1-2 confirms Ekele Ishvara Krishna Arasava Britya. Only Krishna is God and everyone else is his servant. Everyone is compliant with his orders. There is no one who can deny his orders. Everyone is acting according to his directions, being under the his superintendence. As stated in Brahma Samhita, he is the cause of all causes. Yeah, when I talk sometimes to people who say that you're a servant of God, the people getting really annoyed, because the concept of servant, it's not very much. It's kind of is like a slave, in people's mind. You have pushed to do something which you don't really like. That there's not the servitorship. It's like you can compare it. It's a loving relationship, so it's compared in the material world as the mother and the child. So mother is always serving children. Doesn't matter how old they are. My mother is always treating me as a kid. She can't really. This is sometimes strange, I cannot even preach to her, She's this is not possible. It's no way. So I realized it many years ago that I can't really explain her anything, anything about Krishna or whatever it is. So I just be a son, and that's make her realize that Krishna is something really special. And every time we hear something, she always defend Krishna consciousness, always defend devotees. It's really nice. So she's a devotee, she's becoming. And after 30 years, practicing, she started replying Hare Krishna or something like this. So it's working. it takes some time. But what is 30 years in Krishna's eyes? In spiritual world, there's no time. The time factor exists only in material plane. And see, it's from our point of view, like so many years have passed, but from Krishna, so many lifetimes, but from Krishna, Mahavishnu breathes out, that's the existence of the universes. So the time doesn't exist. Time is a servant of Krishna, of the pastimes in the spiritual world. And here, Kalasmi, Nitara Krishna, time, I am, the destroyer of worlds, and like this. You see, everything is controlled by time factor. And we think it's really, really, really long, but it's actually not really long. It's nothing. But we feel it like it's really long. Even gopis, they try to curse Lord Brahma for creating the eyelids, because it's like, they don't see Krishna for this moment. This is what we kind of try to shoot to look for. This moment of, like a fraction of the moment of missing Krishna, it's feels like 12 years or more. This is what is explained. And see, and so far we just separated from, not from Krishna, from, I don't know, nice TV shows and some wonderful sleeping beds and stuff like this, which is like, and will not help us. Is there any questions? No? Okay. Kadambakana Maharaj, he passed away, he had a trick, to how to make people ask questions. But I don't even have the water, He said, like, any questions? And I take this cup and I drink the water, like. In the moment he put his back, somebody have a question. This was mystical, and he told this guy one time. And every time he does it, it's like, wow. Like, any questions? And he goes to his cup. And devotees are very powerful. Yeah. So Chaitanya Charitamrita about Krishna, only Krishna God. Yeah. Okay, so thank you very much for coming, and very appreciate you coming here. Really much appreciate. This is, last time or the day before it was just one person who was sitting here. It's okay, but if we would like to share at least some experiences which is Prabhupada and our spiritual masters give us, thank you so much. And it's not like I'm very qualified, I could explain, but we try to practice and we try to preach. And when devotee asks me to do something, I do it. This is how I was trained. So whatever I'm qualified or not qualified, I'm not qualified for sure to sit on this seat, but this is like, it's not elevated seat for me, it's elevated seat for, it's a Vyasa-san, it's called Vyasa-san. So when you speak about Krishna, even if you're not qualified, you just repeat the words of Prabhupada. This is a position that's supposed to be done, in this, yeah, so with respect. Like I said, don't think I'm... Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. There is some prasadam on the reception. There's always some prasadam, so please come and take some, I think some cake, some sweet balls, like everybody, like try. Okay, Haribo.